So as far as the Patriot movement, and that's what LWN is, we are part of many patriots out there searching for the truth and delivering the news like it should be delivered. All right. Welcome back, America. Welcome back to tonight. It is good to be back. We are ready to rock Thursday night. Some information I want to share with you guys, but pretty much tonight, I know the information I'm going to share with. It's a little bit of a Debbie Downer. I just want to throw and let you guys know that there are things that we need to be paying attention to. Other than that, hey, we'll do a call in tonight. Anybody wants to call in, we can talk about anything. We can jump in chat and talk to chat. A lot of old faces and some new faces hopping in here. I'm glad you guys are finding us because we've really been kind of we've been all over the place, but we've never there. We've always been on Facebook. Is just kick and tell, to be honest with you. So for you guys over there on Rumble tonight, welcome from everybody on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and of course YouTube channels, which is channel, what are we on, 6 and Reloaded. So welcome to all you guys. Thank you for hitting that Rumble button there, because I'm telling you what, last night's shows got almost 2,000 views on Rumble alone. So appreciate that. Chase, hello. Carlene, hello. Diane, Crumpta, hello. Bonnie, Carlene, man, so many of you guys in here tonight. Deborah Shimko. Let's see, who else do we got? Michelle C, Cynthia, hello. Cheryl Hall over there on Facebook. I'm so glad that you found us. She says, hello, I've had a hard time finding you. Glad to be back. We are glad that you're back, Cheryl. Granny 5 and Mr. Duke. How are you guys doing this evening? I'm glad I could help you guys out this morning. I'm glad we got that one checked out and checked off the things to do. I got a bunch of other help to help as well. Mary V, good evening. How are you doing this this fine Thursday evening? Hey, it started snowing, not lying, started snowing and then warmed right up. So I can't really complain. I made it to the gym, got a good workout in, feeling great. I'm high energy tonight. High energy. I love it. Debbie King, how are you doing this evening? Of course, our lovely Lori Comfrey is there in chat as well. Who else do we got? Mr. How are you doing this evening, sir? It's always good to see him in chat. Kathy H, there she is, the Cape Crusader. She's in chat. Well, she says, been everywhere. I'm sure she has too. She's got a plate full. Sharon Whitmore, how are you doing this evening? If it sounds like I'm shouting, I just got done I'm telling you, I'm high octane tonight. My blood is pumping. I pumped some iron. I ran 2 miles tonight. Like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to Karen Westhouse doing over there on Facebook this evening. Terry C, good to see you there in chat. We got Lori Meredith. I hope I said your name right, from Oregon. It's good to see you this evening. Of course, my cousin, Josh Grandy, over there on Facebook. I don't know if he's working right now. I know he's on night shift, so maybe he's listening, working. It's like chasing a rabbit. Where we could do a whole game show. Where in the world is LW? Because we get off of YouTube all the time. We're always been around. Me, myself, and I. How are you doing? I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you for a while, so it's good to see you in the two plates. And of course, we got Liberty at work. Good to see her. She is over there on Rumble. Her and Power are over on Rumble, guys. And for those of you listening to us on Rumble tonight, they are really working hard on trying to get some interaction going in that chat and trying to make fun for Rumble viewers, just like it is for YouTube and Facebook. So kudos to Liberty Cowgirl, Power Girl over there for doing that for us and getting some interaction going there in the chat. We do have Rumble, so for those of you who are watching it, you can hop in there and you guys can have some great conversation. How you doing this evening? Good to see him. Adrenaline pumping tonight, Mike. Is Carlene. Life throws you curves. And the saying is, when life gives you lemons, what do you do with it? Well, heck, let's make some lemonade. Let's throw a little bit of sugar in there, make it a little sweet, and enjoy life. Enjoy life. I took a break. Well, it's good to have you back there, me, myself, and I. It really is. It's good to see some of these names I haven't seen in a while. There I am at the bottom of chat. So again, tonight I'm just throwing some stuff out there that came into my email feed today. Nobody sent this to me. This is like news that gets sent to me. Of course, there's my buddy Jason from Lewiston, Idaho there. He just hopped in. Good to see you tonight. And I wanted to share it with you. It has to do with, Silicon Valley. That bank failed, and there's some other stuff coming up. And a lot of this has to do with Obama policy. This goes way back. So hard lemonade. Carlene likes the hard lemonade. There's Linda Kurtzky. Good to see you tonight as well. So I'm going to start the show off with just talking about the banks real quick and then take it any direction that you guys like to go. I want to keep it high octane, high energy, fun. We can talk about cars. We can talk about food. There's Phyllis B. Hey, Phyllis B. Mr. Ron, how are you guys doing tonight? Becky Justice. Thought you threw the lemons at people. Well, Phyllis, I would past you throwing lemons at people if you were upset enough. I'm going to choose to make lemonade. So, again, we can talk about anything you guys want to talk about after I talk about these banks. Because I want you guys how far this stuff goes back. So without further ado, let's just get right to it. So here is the share screen. And from my Yahoo account, I have lots and lots of accounts. So are you prepared to lose your retirement savings to this sneaky Obama law? When I saw that come in, I was like, what the heck are they even talking about? We have a huge problem. The banking crisis is spiraling out of control. It's all thanks to the current administration's reckless spending and sky-high inflation with massive interest hikes. Now, yeah, we're all feeling the pain, including myself. At the grocery store, when you go in, pay for those groceries, they're twice as much as they were, 3 years. Prices are still pretty high. Gas prices come down here. I think we're paying about I think the lowest I can get is around $3.12, $3.15 a gallon. One thing I realized Missouri in August was they didn't seem to be affected as much with the high gas prices in Missouri for some reason. I don't know if they have refineries there close or what that was. But anyway, of course, the high inflation is affecting us, high gas prices, and the interest rates on homes. My cousin says that you're cutting in and out. I don't know if that's me or him. You guys can give me a 5x5 there in the chat of everything sounds good. There's Jeff B in the chat. Has anyone seen Mark Zuckerberg? I can't find him. Good question. Carrie, how are you doing over there on Facebook? So these banks are suffering, and guess what? They can legally seize your savings without notice to bail themselves out. Now, where have we heard this before? Where have we heard this before? We've heard it from Andy, from Miles Franklin, right? We talked about this sneaky law that the Obama administration put to action back, 2007, 2008-ish, I think it was. Or wait. That was Bush. That would have been probably about 2013 or 14, somewhere in there, right? So that's right. Thanks to the sneaky law passed in 2000. Well, if I just read a little bit from me exactly when it was. So in 2008, I guess I was right on the. It's now legal for banks to take your hard-earned money, including your retirement savings, to save themselves. Mimi, how are you doing this evening? It's good to see you. So what happened during the Bush administration was we had the bailouts, right? When the banks crashed, the Fed came in, they took taxpayer dollars and they bailed the banks out, right? It is cutting in and out for going to YouTube. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. Well, it's showing that my signal. That's part of the problem. There it is. I don't know what's going on, folks. We've been having internet. It's been horrible. So back to the conversation, and before I open it up, the Bush administration back in the early 2000s, fell in after 2008 when we had the recession, when everything really started tumbling down, when the housing market crashed. What is up with the internet tonight? All right, hold on a second. Hold on just a second. Sorry, guys. I was checking to see if something else was killing the internet. It's not. Okay. I'll say this for the third time. How's it going, Tennessee Ridge Runner? During the Bush administration, we had a lot of bailouts, and then the housing market crashed, and we had bail-ins. So what Obama did when he came into office is he changed policy, and he enacted this bail-in instead of bail-out. So what does the bail-in mean? Well, Andy explained this to us, and now it's back in the news. It's where they can go in and take percentages of your savings account and your retirements to save the bank from folding. Okay, that's what a bail-in. They got their bail-out, but they don't do the bail-outs anymore. They do the bail-ins. So take action before it's too late. They could leave your retirement account disseminated, and you are paying the price for their disastrous policies. So again, this is something that was enacted clear back in the Obama administration, and of course we know that Joe Biden is nothing more than open at this point. So I just wanted to throw this out to you guys, pay attention to what's going on. This is something that to me is concerning for all of us, Americans. We should really be paying attention to what's going on with our banks. And if there's anything that I can do to help you guys out, if you want to reach out to me, if you've got questions about your retirement, if you got questions about your bank accounts, your savings accounts, under the cash under the mattress, reach out to me at lwnreloaded@gmail.com, and I'd be glad to take the time to answer those questions. I've got a lot of people here in chat that I've already helped out. Some of them just call and ask questions, and I answer those questions the best I can. And if you choose to go any further than that, then of course I'm always here to help you as well. With that being said, now let's open it up. Let's keep it high octane. I'm going to hop in chat. I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to call in, have a conversation. I would gladly be willing to facilitate that. LWN, I was listening to the Arc of Grace today, and the Border Patrol found an 8-year-old female that had been assaulted by 47 different males. Ugh. That is disgusting. They found DNA. I cried and prayed. Wow, Tennessee. That is horrible. That is, our southern border is complete right now. What did I say? I think it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the former governor of California, actor, model, bodybuilding legend. I guess in California, he's wanting to somehow, I don't know how, I didn't get all the information. I don't know if he's pitching in a couple of bucks. I don't know if he's running a foundation or what he's doing, but he is really wanting to put up a wall on the southern of California. Now, with what Tennessee Ridge Runner just put in there, this stuff is going on nonstop, and it's just absolutely horrible to see stuff happening. We'll all pray this. The hearings are exposing a lot of it. How's it going there? Peaceful, easy feeling as well. I'm in the chat, so if you guys anything else that you want to talk about there in chat, I'll drop the link here in a minute. Anybody want to call in, make a comment? It's just sad. It's sad to see. It's sad to see our country decline like it is. But take us. It's really going to take we the people, like we talked about last night. We had Brock Maddox on. We had Wisconsin Andy. It's going to take us. I've been saying this for a long time. It's going to take us standing together to really make some major change in this country. I want the country back to what it was when I was growing up in America. I want the America I was guaranteed back. And the only way that we can get to that point, honestly, is just really standing up for our rights, for our freedoms. I've said that a million times. There's a link if anybody wants to call in. I'm in, you guys. Twitter files on Flip Flop released today. I didn't get a chance to look at it. Seemed they were releasing, so it sounded more Twitter drops happening. Hurt a child in my presence, and I'll go to jail gladly for my actions. I believe you, Tennessee. I believe that you would. I believe probably a lot of us really would. If we saw something like that going on, I didn't stand by and just watch it happen. Man, chat's rolling a little bit slow. You and me both. So, I talked about this. I think it was this morning. Maybe it was this morning on Devotions. Maybe I get confused. The days just kind of fly by. But Jim Caviezel? I'm probably saying his last name wrong. But the movie is coming out. The Sound of Freedom. The Sound of Freedom, I believe, is supposed to come out in theaters, I believe, in June. That is going to be, well, I think everybody should see it, but it's going to be an ugly, ugly movie. It's going to really paint a picture that I think most Americans are not going to want to see. And it has to do with the trafficking of children, of humans, honestly. Caviezel, thank you, Caviezel. You guys are so amazing. I really love the fact that you guys try to help me pronounce these words. Thank you so much, Michelle. So many of you are always sitting there trying to help me. Caviezel. All right, thank you. Gerald Cummings, how are you doing this evening? Good to see you. Hello, everybody. I need this IRS agent's information to come out. He has receipts on Hunter. There you go. Hunter Biden's laptop's back in the news. Dang it. And I didn't capture stuff that was going on social media. It was either today and maybe even yesterday, but there's some stuff, and maybe you guys can help me in the chat. There's some stuff going on with what Gerald just said about the laptop. Maybe we can talk about that for a couple of minutes here. Um, it's back in the news. Is there going to be some indictments that happen? Man, I don't know. I'm always hopeful. I'm always people will do the right thing and have integrity. I really am. When it comes to law enforcement, when it comes to prosecutors and judges, the judicial um, branch, I really pray that they will do the right thing and stand up for what's right. But we all know there's a lot of corruption there. There's a lot of dirty people, and it gets frustrating at times to see things slip through the cracks, or even not even get honestly not even get mentioned or even looked at. I mean, talking about 33,000 emails, they had evidence that they needed, no indictment. Matter of fact, the FBI said, "Yeah, we're not going to do anything about it." I can't wait. Hopefully, I'll get Adam to go. I hope he'll go too. There, Deborah. Like I said, I think everybody should watch it, but it's going to be a hard pill to swallow. Everything is coming out. Even 9, you know what? Hunter and Poo Pants needs to go to prison. Absolutely. Hopefully someday I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm right there with you, Phyllis. I won't hold my breath about it. IRS has been covering their arses, but when it comes to everyday folks, hard for their nickel, get pounced by the IRS, and that's true. Me and I, and there's not even a middle class anymore. Honestly, it's the elites, and then it's the rest of us. The middle class in America has almost vanished. It's the middle class. They tax people who make what less than 100,000 to 20,000. They tax us more than they tax people who make $400,000. People who make millions of dollars. It's totally ass backwards, in my opinion. Do I think that a millionaire's money, like 50%? Absolutely not. They work their butt off that type of money. We had just a simple 10% flat tax across the whole board. Everybody paid 10%. People have talked about it. Ben Carson talked about it. I think Big Ears, Ross Perot. I think Ross Perot talked about a 10% flat tax when he was running against Bush. I don't see where that wouldn't hurt to at least try it. I mean, right now a lot of us, including myself, I pay anywhere from 32 to 30% in taxes. That's a lot of money. God will serve justice in his time. I hope and pray we all can be a witness to it. Middle class is who pays more. You're percent correct. The middle class is overtaxed. We are overtaxed by, in my opinion, 23%. We're taxed that much. Exactly. Flat tax is what we need. Hey, what's wrong with just giving it a try for, say, 4 years? Let Trump gets back in 2024, which I think there's a strong possibility of that. And let's say in 2024 to 2028, we try a flat tax of 10%. Seriously. And get rid of most of the loopholes. There are a lot of loopholes, and people know how to play that game. They pay top dollar for great accountants and CPAs, and they honestly they play the game well. And the way, like Trump said, when they went after all this stuff, he says, "Hey, you guys wrote the rules. I'm playing by the rules. You don't like what I'm doing? You're the guys that wrote the rules." That's what Trump said. I back him up 100%. You wrote by the rules. We need to change the rules. We need to change. We need tax reform. We need flat 10%. We need to get rid of loopholes. We need to have people that that should be paying their fair share, paying it. And for people, that live on under 20,000 a year, fixed incomes. I mean, there's a lot of you listening tonight that live on like $12,000 a year. You guys get $1,000 a month. Some of you get less than that. Some of you are living on $6,000 a year, $5,000 a month. I think those people shouldn't pay any taxes at all. Matter of fact, if you are retired and you're a senior, I think you've paid your dues. I think you spent a lifetime taxes. I think once you hit age 65, you shouldn't pay taxes anymore, period. How's that? 10% flat across the board, and anybody that hits 65 and older pays no taxes for the rest of their life. There you go. Solve the problem. It's a great night. It's a beautiful Thursday night. Yeah, baby. Let's jump back in here. Phyllis B., you took the words right out of my mouth. The flat tax will be 14%. No more taxes without representation. Kathy H., I'd be good with 14%. 15%. Heck, I'd even be good with 15%. But this 32 and 33% is a bunch of steaming pile of you-know-what out in the cow pasture. Voting machines need to be fixed. How can we ever get a fair great point, Lori Comfrey. Woo! Exactly, Kathy. I like that. See, people are 14%, but I'm telling you, I think once you reach age 65, taxes, you shouldn't have to pay any tax. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even have to pay sales tax. Why? You should get your hunting and fishing license for free once you hit 65. You shouldn't pay any taxes whatsoever. Gas tax, but sales tax, property tax, income tax, all that crap, let's throw it out the window. We're not even represented. Why pay taxes? Good point. Good point. Anyone who gets Social Security or SSDI shouldn't pay taxes. Totally agree, Michelle. Totally agree. Bonnie Olson, she says, you're hired. Hey, I would love to be a VP for Donald Trump. Put me in, coach. Put me in. I would love to be vice president for Donald J. Trump. Put me in. How about Mike for president? I'd go for VP. I'd go for VP Trump. I think we'd make a kick-ass, to be honest with you. Let me spend 8 years under Trump, and then maybe I'd run for president after that. We have any takers on that? 8 more years for Trump. I'll be his VP. After 8 years, I'll run for president. I haven't been able to get into that, but I have been listening. Well, it's good to see you there, adorable. She's bouncing back and forth between Facebook and YouTube. Maybe Facebook is still, and I don't know. There's been some really weird going on with internet platforms. My phone was going haywire today. Carrie says 65 and older, no taxes. That would be nice. Hey, you paid your dues. You've paid your dues. You spent, a lot of us started work. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm yelling. Turn the volume down on your phone or your TV. I'm just jacked up tonight. I started working when I was 9 years old. I started paying taxes when I was old because I had a paper route when I was 9. I had a paper route from the age of 9 to 12. Age 14, I started working at one of those youth groups in the summertime that takes like low-income kids, and they take them out. You mow grass, pull weeds, paint fences. You do things in the community. I think back then I was getting paid, I think it was like $4.50 an hour. I think that was minimum wage. We got minimum wage. We worked the summer, and that was it. I know some of you probably made even less than that in your first job. But my point is, a lot of us started working in our teenage years. And if you say you start working at age 15, well, 16 to age 65, that's almost 50 years. You give 50 years of your life to this taxes for 50 years straight. I think at age 65, you're done. You've paid taxes. You have paid your dues. Voting in person and ID. I like that there, Debbie King. Vote in person and bring your ID. Bring your ID. This is a great idea, Mike. Mike for president, or at least for some political office. Well, we never know where this path for LW may take us. Who knows? On new products, not used cars, resold homes. I like that, Kathy H. That's another frustration of mine. You got a vehicle that's 20 years old like mine. My truck is 22 years old. I'm the second owner, but the problem is some of these vehicles get bought and sold 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. My dad and my mom and I have had this conversation. You pay taxes on that every time it's sold. That's a bunch of crap. I think when a vehicle gets sold and it's brand new, after that, boom, done. Same with a home. You buy a home, it's brand new, you pay the taxes on it. When you sell it, shouldn't be any more taxes. I like that idea. I think we're being double, triple, quadruple taxed. That's what started the Revolutionary War, was we had taxation without representation. We were being double and triple taxed. We were being taxed for everything. We started a revolutionary war over that, among other things. Among other things. I just started drawing my Social Security, but because I chose to continue to work, I have to pay taxes on my Social Security income. West Facebook. That is just absolutely horrible. Another thing that's horrible about retirement security on some of them, if you start drawing your full Social or your full pension and you go back to work like what Karen Westhouse is talking about, then you can only take like a certain percentage. And like she says, you got to pay taxes on stuff. That's a bunch of crap. If I spent 2 years at a company and I earn retirement and say my retirement, my pension's like $1,000 a month, I should get that full pension. I shouldn't have to pay any taxes on it. And if I choose McDonald's and flip hamburgers or work at Home Depot, hey, so let me pay taxes on the new job, but I shouldn't have to pay taxes on my pension, and I shouldn't get penalized and them say, well, you're making another income, so you only get 65% of your pension. Crap. That's crap. It's crap. This world's messed up. I can't bet into this without the BS, but it's coming. And then you have property tax, personal taxes, tax. You're right, Phyllis B. We do. You buy a piece of property, you pay tax on it, and then you got to keep paying taxes on property taxes. Bunch of crap. This is how our government and the elites get filthy rich, line their pockets. They take this fund wars, endless wars. They send money to Ukraine and everywhere else, sending our money that we work so hard for over decades and decades of sweating, breaking our backs, blisters on our feet from the work boots. This is how they repay us. We're slaves to the system. No, dang it. I did not send an email out today. I'm so sorry, guys. I was working on a project, Liberty Cowgirl, and I got tied up, and I had a lot of fun. And then I went to the gym, and I got jacked up at the gym, and now I'm back tonight doing a live with you guys. I will send out an email tomorrow. Tomorrow is my day off. I will send out an email, and there might be a big surprise tomorrow night. Just saying, there might be a big surprise. All right, let's audit some of these federal agencies. Let's get rid of some of these federal agencies. I had can't remember his last name. I met him in Missouri, but I had him on here. Do you guys know that there is a total of over 400 agencies across America? All said, honestly, we only need 1/10 of those. We only need 40% of those federal agencies. Imagine how much money is spent by 360 federal agencies across the board in America, all their people and their vehicles that they for, and the buildings that they got to pay, and the internet and the heating bill and the power bill and all that stuff. That's a lot of money that we're spending. Did you guys know, Shane and I talked about a year ago, Shane brought this up, that when your state representatives and your congressmen and women hit their and a 10-year is just 2 terms, basically 8 years, maybe 3 years for a state representative. When they hit that 10-year, did you guys know that I believe they get, I think it's 85% of their total income that they make as a senator or congressman? Do you know that Americans, me and you, and our taxes, we pay over $6 million a year for people who have been voted out, stepped down, retired, whatever, that used to be a state representative or congressman or woman? Did you guys know that? We talked about that over a year ago. What a bunch of waste. You know why we're all poor and they're all rich? Think about that. Hello, everyone. Have you all put a smile on my face with these comments? That's Carrie. Ha ha ha. We would be broke. I'm way behind on chat. I'm probably a good 5 or 6 minutes. This is mad that our EBS test 445 was used. Yeah, there was some people saying that EBS went off this morning and it scared the crap out of them. Mike for VP. That's how far behind the chat. I have taxes on my property over and over again. Ridiculous. Right, Debbie King. I second that, Mimi. I got in a lot of trouble on Facebook. Can't do any 90 days. Adorable, deplorable is in Facebook jail, folks. This will be monthly now and test. They tax you coming and going. You never truly own anything. Don't pay your taxes, and they take everything they want. You're right, Mary V. Hey, they tax you when you're born, and they tax you when you die. Tax you when you come in this world, and they tax you when you go out of this world. The death tax is the most ridiculous tax on the planet. When you die and you leave cash in the bank and you leave silver in your safe, and you have cash under the mattress, and you have a house, you have a boat, and you give that to your kids, why should your kids or your grandchildren or your sister or whoever that you've willed that to, why should you have to pay a death tax? Why should they have to pay a death tax? Because they just accumulated wealth. That's a bunch of horse, you know what. You're right, Mary V. You're right. I believe that they have enough to launch a probe on the White House, impeach Biden now. I think Biden might be yelling Mayday in May real soon. Man, I really hope so there, Brother Gerald. I really do. Mike, your enthusiasm is infectious. Maybe I should work out every night before I come live. That may be the secret to all this. Maybe I just go come in here all jacked up, high on life. I'm high on life right now. It will go off soon with 3 videos of turning it on. Carlene, tired of putting good money after bad. Let's see those audits. My husband doesn't even work in Minnesota, but we still have to pay Minnesota taxes. Make sense of that. In North Dakota, I had to pay Idaho taxes. I was in North Dakota, and I had to pay taxes in Idaho because that was my permanent residence. That is a bunch of crap. We need to gut this whole system. Sorry, needed some water. Getting a little dry there. We need to gut the whole system. We need tax reform. We need to vote people in office that are actually going to do something. I started work. Deborah Shimko. Kathy H, bring it on. 20 points. 20 points if Nasara. Let's see. What do we have? Everyone needs to read them. I did 2, Deborah. I was a lifeguard and a swimming teacher. So Mimi started working at age 12 as well. Rosemary, good to see you over there on Facebook. I know I'm way behind, but I'm just getting to you. We are being double taxed. Double? I'd probably double tax. We are being Lori Comfrey, we are being more than double taxed. We're being quadruple. I mean, think about it. You got a road tax, you got a gas tax, you got an income tax, you got food tax, property tax, you got license on your car, you're taxed on your car every year. Must I go on? You get taxed if you make so much money in interest on your bank account. You get death tax. You get taxed if you're married. You get taxed if you're single. Must I go on? Double taxed? I'd take double tax. If I only had to pay 2 taxes a year, I'd be okay with that. We're taxed. If you wake up on the right bed, you get taxed a certain percentage. If you wake up on the left side of the bed, you get taxed a certain percentage. If you milk with your left hand instead of your right hand, you get taxed for that too. I mean, you get taxed for everything. I know that's an exaggeration, but I'm not that far off. Biden did the tax on our Social Security payments. Of course, they did. They give you guys what an 18% increase in your Social Security, but then they turn around and they taxed you for that, so it really just washed it out. So you guys didn't get any benefit at all. We pay Wisconsin state tax and Minnesota state tax. It's horrible. I don't know how we got on this tax conversation tonight. Abby, how are you doing? It's good to see you tonight. I'm on disability and they tax me because I'm married and my husband makes over $50,000. I'm not going to stop either. That is what I heard, Kathy, that EBS is going off today in Florida. And finally, was final warning from T. Something's coming down. Look how it spread like wildfire today. Especially registering your vehicle every year. You already registered it. You have to re-register it again every year. Gerald, show me the money. Show me the money. That's all they care about. I pay registration on my vehicle every year, but I also have to pay taxes on it every year. I already paid on it. It's a scam. Whole government thing is 1%. Good evening, Georgia. Good to see you there. She says, slaves. We are living in a Ponzi scheme. You're absolutely correct, Mimi. You're 100% spot on. I've been in a Republican meeting and at my new listing, so I've got to catch up on the news. Catch up quick. I'm trying to get to the bottom of chat. I'm trying to skip through some of these. Maybe there's other conversation we want to have tonight besides just if you guys want to talk something about something else, drop it in there. Great to see you working with Liberty Cowgirl, Mike. Absolutely. Liberty Cowgirl, Power Girl production, 2 great patriots. They're awesome. I want to wave and say hello to everybody over on Rumble tonight. There's a lot of people watching this on Rumble. Last night, Cowgirl was telling me there was something like 200 people watching us live last night on Rumble. So hello, don't forget to hit that like button over there, share it out. Hello to everybody on Facebook. Hopefully sound's coming in good. Taxes with no representation. Absolutely correct. They have been stealing our Social Security for years. Yeah. Heck, they've been emptying the tank every time they need a bailout or they need something. Where do they go? They go to Social Security to steal that money. They've been robbing our grandparents for a long time. They dropped charges. Alec Baldwin. That's crap. I don't care about Alec Baldwin. Be honest with you. We pay city. We live in the city. He works. You guys you're still upset about the taxes. I get it. Taxes are frustrating, but I'm going to tell you this one more time. Pay your taxes. Okay. Pay your taxes. The IRS is still there. Has not been abolished yet. Pay your stinking taxes. Do not get in a situation where you're not paying taxes right now. Please, for the love of everything holy, pay your taxes. You'll get it back in the end. You won't go to jail. Those are all great benefits. They tax your taxes. They do tax your taxes. I don't think Adorable's wrong on that. I'm sure we could prove it somehow. Did you hear that Potato was vetoing a law? He wants men to compete in women's sports. There you go. There's a whole nother conversation. We can talk about men being in women's sports. It's absolutely and Mimi, I did hear that. It's absolutely horrific that he would veto a bill like that, and that anybody would want a biological man to compete with biological women. That's crap. There's only two genders. I'm sorry. There's only two genders. God made man and he made woman. He didn't make 42, 72, or 112 different genders. He made two. And science can prove that, right? We, the people, should shut down the government, and any laws that come up should be voted on from we, the people. Why aren't we voting on? Great point. So Cowgirl reported, I don't know, it's been 2 or 3 weeks ago, that the Biden administration is getting ready to send another $2.1 billion, with a B, $2.1 billion to the Ukraine. I'm going to ask my cousin over there on Facebook, Josh Grandy, did you vote on that? I'm going to ask Jason in Lewiston, Idaho, did you vote on that? Michelle C., did you vote on me? Did you vote on that? Because I sure in the heck didn't. I didn't vote on sending them any money, let alone another $2.1 billion. I didn't vote on men competing in women's sports. Did you vote on that? I didn't. Now pay some carbon tax. Yeah, that's coming. They want to push that. Jason is correct. They want us to pay for our carbon footprint. That's a fact. I'm going to Mike's gym. Oh, Bonnie, come on. Anybody wants to go to the gym with me? I'm hardcore. I push. I put to the limit. I'll push anybody who wants to come to the gym. It feels great. Feels great. It feels absolutely great. In PA, 4.5% inheritance tax, and the processing of pay. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. LWN, can't wait for Hunter B to go to jail after 6 months. Be called Hannah. I'm telling you, if Biden ends up in jail, he'll have to be in protective custody, because I have a feeling after those videos start really being released, what's on his laptop with the little people, I don't think he'd survive prison. I don't think he'd survive prison just because of his last name, to be honest with you. And just saying. Melinda Ritchie, good evening and welcome to chat. Hello, Biden, Harris, and everyone in their regime are guilty of obstructing, and they are going down bigly. Amen, Melinda. Amen. Quad taxed. I think it's even more than quad. I mean, quad's only 4, and I think I rattled off at least 8, 10, 12. You are absolutely correct, Mike. I'm far behind on chat. Sorry, guys. Mimi, all I heard that is that Congress did not vote for it, did not hear about it, anything regarding Potato. Want to bet how much of the money comes right back to criminal hands? No, I do not, Deb. I do not want to bet on that. We all know they send the money over there, and then next thing you know, up or Pelosi or somebody has to make a trip over there, and I believe they take duffel bags with them. I believe they take duffel bags with them, and they cram those babe cash, fly back to the United States, and yeah, we are literally taxed to death. You are 100% correct, Phyllis B. It's so great to have all you guys in chat tonight. You've got to pay to poop. That's Jason. That's Jason from Lewiston, Idaho. You've got to pay to poop. Hey, it's coming. It's coming. Maybe Potato has said that if it passes, he will veto it. Hi, everybody. Jumping in late. Well, Patriot Girl, good to see you. In Indiana, we went double on our property. Don't start me on anything else. I think a lot of you guys are riled up tonight. I'm going to have to kind of try to get down to the bottom of chat so my conversation is a little bit more relevant. We have the mafia running our country. They make their own rules. You're absolutely correct on that, Adorable. I'm not going to disagree with that. Yep, for the LGBTQ BS, LGBTQ plus 42, 60. I don't know. It just goes on and on and on and on. In other words, it will go to Ukraine. Yeah. Yep. The women should refuse to play and go over and take the men's. Man, that topic. Listen, this is what I think about. Well, in my opinion, there's two separate groups. There's people who love same-sex people, and then there's the LGBTQ, right? I believe that I just accept, but that doesn't mean that I have to agree with their lifestyle or their behaviors or any. And I think that men competing in women's sport absolutely disgusting. If you can't compete with men, and you just don't be in sports. Get the heck out. And then, of course, somebody said maybe we should have sports for transgenders. Why? Are you going to have sports for white people? Are you going to for black people? Are you going to have sports for Mexicans? Are you going to? I mean, when we're aggregating ourselves like that, didn't we fight civil rights? Wasn't Martin Luther King? Didn't he fight for civil rights, for the abolishment of segregation? And now we're wanting to segregate everybody. See how far all the will change. Go Riley Gaines. She's all gut, no nuts. Oh, Gerald. Yeah, Tennessee, you didn't vote on. Jason didn't vote on it. Earl Lee, welcome to chat. He's over there on Facebook. The American people need to come together, march by the millions, demand military remove, and the F word thing that happened November of 2020. I got to be careful what I say. Criminal, traitor, sick, like little older people who like little people. Obviously enemies of America. Biden administration immediately. Wow, that's a long one. Anyway, I don't disagree with you, Earl Lee. I don't disagree with what you're saying. Some of it I can't repeat. It'll just get us taken down, but I agree with your comment. I really don't. My house insurance went up $800. My agent said that was cheap. We're on a heater tonight. Let's burn it down, folks. Let's burn it down. Mike, the gym is great. Love the gym. Working out with lots of people is fun. Maybe I could be the next. What was his name? Was it Richard Simmons? Who was the guy that sweated to the oldies? Bro, and the head bandana, sweated to the old. Maybe we could do one of those. Let's see. Let me get down closer to the bottom of chat here. Return all the money given to the corrupt Ukraine back to the American people. Hey, another great comment by Earl Lee over there on Facebook. I think they should have to give all that money back. They should have to give all the money back that they have spent decades sending to all these other countries that the American people did not vote on and we did not authorize. People, we didn't authorize any of this stuff. But then somebody will say, well, you did, Mike, when you voted your state representative and your congressman and women to go to D.C. to vote for you. No, I didn't. I may have sent them there, But I didn't authorize them to vote on that. Did you? Didn't. Pillars. Don't forget about county, city permits too. Patriot Girl. Yeah, if you want to build a shed in your backyard, you got to go down and get a permit for it. My grandfather, dad's dad, he got around a lot of that stuff. He was a carpenter for 45 years. He hated that stuff. He did not want to pay for permits for that stuff. It's just ridiculous. The reason Patriot Girl makes a great point. The reason why they want you to buy a permit and use a permit to upgrade your is because then they send that over to the county assessor's office. And then every, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, your assessor comes out and have on you and they open it up and they go, well, Patriot Girl, let's see, you built a shop. Here's the permit for it. Oh, yep, there's the shop. Oh, well, a chicken coop. Here's the permit for your chicken coop. Oh, so that makes your property worth more money. So we get to jack your taxes. That's why they want you to buy permits. Poorhouse, boy, we just can't get off of this taxing tonight. You do have to pay to poop. It's called emptying your septic tank. That is true, and you're right, Abby and Jason. You are correct. You live in an RV and around, you do have to pay to dump your poop. That is true. You do to poop. It's true. All of you here are beautiful. Overhead two conversations today. Over two conversations today. Folks are talking about taxes and about the Fox lawsuit. Some people ain't beginning to wake up. Yeah, Fox got hit hard. $787 million. That's what they ended up having to pay. And now they're going after Mike Lindell. I reported on that the other day, and I told you guys Mike Lindell would be next. I think Mike Lindell is supposed to pay something like $5 million now for misinformation. That's what I read today. God says, love sinner, but hate the sin. Like, absolutely. Put the gays on an island to fend for themselves. I'll have to disagree with that. I don't want to do anything like that to anybody who's different than me. What I want to try to set a good example for them, pray for them, try to lead them to Christ. What they choose to do is their choice. I don't want to, doesn't need to be out in the public about it. Love them for who they are, pray for them, and it's all in God's hands. I wouldn't disagree on that comment, Sharon, if you're talking about the elites. Put them out there on an island, let them fend for themselves. I'd go for that. I'm still trying to get to the bottom of chat. We're rocking and rolling it tonight. I know my fellow Americans, pretty sad, an app operating in America censoring Americans. You're absolutely correct there, Earl Lee. Thanks for the comments. I appreciate all you guys commenting tonight. Chat is hopping. I don't know what's going on over there on Rumble. Liberty Cowgirl, if she wants to hop over here and Facebook, YouTube real quick and get Rumble. I'm sure Rumble is hopping. She's comments and Rumble were just hopping. So Rumble is Richard Simmons. Thank you. I'm finally getting to that comment. Let's do a Richard Simmons. I'll be the new Richard Simmons LW, and we'll do Sweating to the Oldies, baby. I used to watch that at my grandma's house. When I was a kid, it would come on, and they had a satellite, and they had, I don't know, back in the early 80s, satellites were hard to, the satellite was half the size of my grandparents' house. It was massive in the backyard. I remember one of the only things I could ever get on the satellite was Grandma would watch QCV or QVC, whatever that TV shopping thing was. She'd watch that, and then Sweating to the Oldies, I'd watch that during the day, and then Grandpa always wanted to watch wrestling at night. I learned to love wrestling with my grandfather. Yes, thank you guys for the coffee. I appreciate it. I do. This is Lori Acker on Facebook, and welcome. Good evening. It's good to have you. It is disgusting for the country to be divided this way, but the government is doing this to the USA, and the criminals in charge are now corrupt. DA and government officials. This is our country unless people come and fight for our rights and our freedom and our sovereignty. That is a great comment, Lori. Thank you for dropping that. Really appreciate it. The government has gotten things twisted. They work for the American people, not the other way around. The American people are the boss. We the power. We the people have all the power. And when people wake up to that and they finally realize we don't have to put up with any, we get our country back. That's why hit that like button. If you're watching us on Twitter, Twitch, if you're watching YouTube, hit that like button. If you're watching us on Rumble, hit the Rumble button. If you're watching us on Facebook, hit the button. And more importantly, subscribe if you're not subscribed to LWN, and share us out. People need to wake up. Insurance in case poop happens does have it. You are correct. I think insurance is a scam too. I'm not going to lie. I think insurance is a total scam. You know why? I'm going to tell you why I think it's a total. It's a scam because I called my insurance agent to put insurance on this beautiful, wonderful, God-blessed fifth wheel he sent me, and I started talking about. They asked me about my record, and I have a pretty clean record. I'm 40 plus. I'm not an idiot like I was when I was 20. So I don't have speeding tickets. I don't have all this stuff, right? Well, there was an accident that came up in 2019 con that I had. I went to South Dakota for my birthday to Deadwood, and when I went into a casino, left my Jeep parked outside, and some wonderful person backed into. And we're back. And dented it. And I didn't really risk, so I claimed it on my insurance. I paid the deductible, which was $1,000. Thank you, David, for subscribing over there on YouTube. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. So I paid the deductible $1,000. Well, here we are, 4 years later. I go to get insurance on this, and I change my car insurance and all this stuff. And they said, well, you have an accident. You have an accident on your record. I go, no, I don't. I haven't been in an accident in over a decade. They go, yeah, you do. There's a claim. Well, it happened to be the claim on an accident. I didn't do the damage. I had to go get it fixed. The wonderful my Jeep and drove off, didn't leave insurance, nothing. So I had to pay for it out of my own pocket, which that's fine. But the problem is the insurance wanted to charge me for that. So when your insurance pays for an accident, what happens? Your premium goes up. Why does your premium go up? Because the insurance wants reimbursed for the insurance to get your vehicle fixed, which you've been paying for months. And some of us, you go 5, 6, 10 years without an accident. Think of all that money that they've made off of you, and you have one accident. You pay the deductible, and then they turn around and hike your premium up and get their money back. Insurance is a frickin' scam. If you agree with me, put a 1 in chat. We're burning it down tonight. We're burning it down. Loving it. All right. I'm going to try to get to the bottom of chat here. Insurance is a joke. I totally agree. Why so much talk about poop tonight? I don't know. I'm not the one putting it in chat. Ask some of these people why they're putting poop in the chat. I heard Murdoch just paid the money, so he won't have testified to tell the truth. Good evening, Randy Franklin over there on Facebook. Great comment. Take the elite's money and make them live on $1,000 a month. I love that, Abby. That's a great comment. Why not? Sorry, LW. People are waking up every single day when it hits people's pockets. Then only people will change. I totally agree, Debbie King. Bonnie Olson, judgment, it for God and His will be done. So stay in love. I totally agree. Put them on Kodiak Island. I like that there, Jason. I like it. And why haven't you changed your? Why haven't you changed to Jason or something? Why you still have the M1911 Zoom? What does that mean? You got to explain that to me, please. Maybe people are having bowl issues today. I don't know what that is. Yep, we have classes at school, gym, and evenings exercise watching him. Thank you guys for the comment over there on Rumble. Appreciate it. The people over on Rumble. There's Liberty Cowgirl. Liberty Cowgirl. It's been a few minutes. I'm just wondering how Rumble's going over there. That's all. We're just sick of the chit. CHIT. Government. Hello, America. You and like it. Americans, come and get it. Take it out of my cold, dead hand. Give me liberty or give me death, baby. I used to start every show with that. Remember that? Give me liberty or give me death. Tyranny becomes law. Rebellion becomes our duty, folks. Yes, thank you, LWN. This country is going to hell in a handbasket. People better wake up. Wake the hell up. Start fighting together from this regime and their policies. I couldn't agree more. Hi, everybody. Greeting great folks on LWN. Jay Osborne, welcome, welcome, welcome. Jeff was just in the chat a little bit ago. Jeff's doing his thing. Been there. It's there years too. We want to move it to 10 years. There's a bunch of ones. I'm to the ones. I'm finally getting to the ones. Like I said, I'm running. I'm trying to get to as many comments as I possibly can. Appreciate you guys commenting. I'm glad you guys are here tonight. And I'm baby poop. That's a yes, it is. It is stinky and it can be sticky too. Everything woke turns to chit. CHIT. Tax stuff is getting depressing. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on to sweating to the oldies, Phyllis B. We're moving on. Let's get off the taxes, okay? Joyce Burgess, good evening. Welcome to LWN. Good to see you there. Poop is important too. You guys, you're cracking me up. Ruth Fulmer, good evening. Good to see you. Phyllis B over on Facebook. One isn't a racket. Sick of this evil, sin sick world. I couldn't agree with you more. I'm trying to skip ahead here, folks. Almost to the bottom of chat. Almost to the bottom. Washington State just passed a bill to ban semi-auto pew-pews. Affects 50 plus. I'm sorry to hear that, Phyllis B. I really am. This country is under massive invasion, people coming in illegally, getting free, while working Americans struggle, vets homeless, time to cut any and all assistance they are getting, including phone. Man, he's got a lot to say tonight, including phone service, assemble the largest ICE team entry, and go on a massive deportation mission. America is not welfare office. I couldn't agree with you more. Earl Lee, thank you for the comment. Thank you for joining us. It's great. It's great. Glad to have you here, Ruth. All right, I'm finally to the bottom of chat, and I'm not slowing down anytime soon. Got a little past an hour. It's just great conversation with you guys. We kicked the horse on the whole tax thing. We covered a few other things. I showed you guys the stuff that's happening with the banks, going on with this Obama policies that was enacted in 2008. So we covered a lot of stuff tonight. We even covered poop tonight. We covered poop. Um, for some reason, we keep circling back to poop. Why is that? I don't know. I don't know. We're just having fun, Carlene. You know, LW has been of always being serious. Why are you always so serious all the time? So I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun with you. I can cut loose. I can be laid back. And working out, you know, a half hour before I come live from the gym, just kind of up, to be honest with you. I'm taking of God blessing America. God bless America and God bless all my fellow Americans, no matter your race, political position, or any of it. God bless. Absolutely, Earl. Hey, whether you're left, you're right, you're center, black, white, green, I don't care, man, woman, we're all red-blooded Americans, and we deserve our freedoms and our liberties. They are God-given, not government-given. Our freedom, liberties are not government given; they're God given, and we will take them back. Right? I hate that word "poop." So crude. Okay, all right. I'm done talking about it. B-cats. We're done with that. Moving on. So somebody drop a topic into chat real quick. I'll take the first good one, and we'll rock it for a good 10 minutes or so. I'm probably going to wrap this up here in about 18 minutes. We'll go 90 minutes tonight with you guys, having a good time. So some new topic, and please don't make it the brown thing, and we'll move on. It can't be taxes either. We've covered all the tax stuff. So drop me something cool, something fun to talk about, something that will get everybody chat tonight. I'll give you guys the opportunity to change the subject. One people under God. Amen, Tennessee. One nation under, that's one people. I couldn't agree with that statement more. That's all of us. You know, even when we disagree with our brothers, our sisters, our neighbors, other political affiliations, we're still, at the end of the day, we're still all Americans, right? America wasn't built just for Republicans. America wasn't built just for Democrats. Alan Barnes, good evening. Good to have you here. I don't know anything about that. I don't believe in that. That's just one thing I don't believe in. Nobody has a topic? Nobody? Nobody has a good topic. Nobody has anything they want to talk about. I'm just waiting for one. Like a rocket ship. I got to get it while the energy's still high right now before it starts wearing off from the gym. I hope you guys enjoyed the high octane, full throttle tonight. We are all drained. We're all drained, Kathy H. That may be true. Hey, if you guys are ready to call it quits, I'll hit the kill for the evening. What do you think about who showed up? You know, remember when? There's Phil Speed. Remember when? Broke nothing exciting airman who leaked documents. Okay, so there's a couple of topics there. I'm gonna save remember when for the end of the show. Okay, so Phillispy, we got you covered. Fetterman, mentally unstable. He's not fit to serve. Thank you, Lori Comfrey. I appreciate that. Fetterman is not fit to serve. That guy should be removed immediately. I mean, I don't have much more to say about Fetterman than that. We've obviously seen his debilitating situation, like old Poopy Pants too, Potato Head, whatever you want to call him, Flashbang, Monkey calls him Flashbang. That guy is not fit to serve either. In both cases, Fetterman, Biden, if this was a Trump administration and it was Trump and it was one of Trump's guys, they would all enact. They would see to impeach. I mean, they would move through so many processes and proceed to get rid of Trump or Biden. It should be the same for both sides, right? And Fetterman. Fetterman is just a shell of a man, honestly. What about the airmen who leaked documents? I'll be honest with you, peaceful, easy feeling. I've been out of the news for a while, so I'm not sure what you're speaking about when it comes to that. If you're talking about from the Pentagon, I know a little bit about that. Let's see. Fetterman couldn't even talk before, and now he can. Oh, well, if you want my honest opinion, Michelle, drugs. There are drugs out there. I think we've seen some of that on the campaign of 2019, 2020, that they can pump people with some drugs, and it does give them more of a cognitive ability and maybe even helps speech. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor, but I know some will say clone, actor, double. I don't know. I would say that's what I would say. I'm ready for it all in. And I couldn't agree with you more, Georgia. All of them aren't fit to serve. I don't disagree with that comment, Patriot Girl. None of them are fit to serve. Biden, well, there we go. Where'd my fist go? Biden, Hills up, Pelosi. Let's hit the right side. Let's talk about Turtle Man. Let's talk about Utah with Yellowback. I like to call him Yellowback. Oh, Mitt Romney, Kelsey, Lindsey Graham. There's a bunch of them that are fit to serve anything. I believe Trump speaks tomorrow. Interesting. Just saying. It could be the same old speech. Fetterman has been replaced. It's not the DOS. Well, it could be. I have no idea. I have no. There's no proof out there. I don't think anybody can prove that whether he's been replaced or not. I just think it's drugs. That's what I think. Couldn't recognize a noodle. They are taking Biden in office because he is not in charge of anything. The globalists are ruling us. I don't disagree with that comment, B-Cats. I don't. Biden's not running anything. We all know that. I mean, I don't need to tell me that Biden squat. I don't. I don't care if that is a CGI or a clone or if it's the real Biden or not the real Biden. Biden ain't running crap. At all. He's not. So believe whatever you want to believe, but Biden isn't running anything. Turtle is retiring because of birds from his fall. I can't believe I supported Turtle Man. I really can't. And the only reason why I supported Turtle Man was because I was leaning hard on Donald. He was supporting him, and I thought, well, if Trump gets him back in, then maybe he'll actually do something. He did do something. He turned right around and went stab right in the back of Donald Trump, right? What a shady guy. None of them are fit to serve. Did you hear the Brunsons filed suit against three Supreme Court judges? They are going to fight them all the way. Judges had to hire lawyers. I did hear that, Patriot Girl. I did hear that. And so, listen, the Brunson brothers are not giving up. They are not giving up. They're not going anywhere. And we'll keep talking about the Brunson brothers until the cows come home. That some of their cases will grab some traction. Trump is guest speaker at Lee County Lincoln Day dinner tomorrow night. 900 people at $400 each. That's a lot of money. Hopefully they use that money for something wow, right? All right, I'm at the bottom of well, nope, I'm not at the bottom of chat. Yes, I think Biden has an earpiece from his ear. Laurie Ackerman, he's got an earpiece in there. I don't know who's talking to him. It could be Obama. It could be Big Mike. It could be Hills Up. It could be Pelosi. Who knows? But it's definitely somebody talking to that guy. That I don't think anybody can dispute the fact that he's got an earpiece in and people talk to him to tell him what to say. It's comical, honestly. Potato is just a shell. Lights are on, but nobody's home. That's for sure. Charlene Lewis, welcome over there on Facebook. Good to see you this evening. The only thing Biden runs is his mouth. How about when he turned around on stage and he went to shake somebody's hand there? When in American history has any of this ever okay? Ever? Never. Never. It hasn't. It's never been okay. All right. I'm almost at Obama always dreamed of running the presidency from his basement. And that is a true statement. That is a good guys are in his ear. I don't know. Tribunals this summer? Question mark. No. I'm not going to speak on any of that stuff because I have zero proof of any of it. Happens if it don't. I'm just not going to be one that puts out any of that kind of information because I have con people even in the military, and nobody's telling me any of that stuff. Not yet, anyway. And maybe all of them had to sign NDAs. I don't know. I don't even ask those questions anymore, to be honest with you. I don't. All right, we're going to go to Remember When. Man, we might have to make this a segment at the end of every show. I'll put it up there. Phyllis B's Remember When. And we end the show with that. So remember, I'm going to give you two examples, and then you guys just go ahead and blow up chat. Remember, a guy tried to climb the stairs on Air Force One, and he tripped once, then he tripped twice, then he tripped 3 times. Didn't happen. No Secret Service came to his aid at all. Remember that when that one guy was on his bicycle and he stopped to talk to a bunch of press people and he tipped over on his bike? And guess what happened? No Secret Service came to his aid. The press people, the news outlets helped him up. Do you guys remember that? I remember that. I remember that very well. Very well. Remember Pony Face Dog Boy? You're just a pony faced dog boy. You guys remember that one too? What do you guys remember? What's some of your favorite memories? Good, bad, ugly? Throw them in there in chat. Thank you, Phyllis B. Thank you for the topic to end the night. Remember when? Remember when the first Air Force One plane was smoking and hardly ran? I do remember that, Kathy. I do remember that. Yes, I remember all of that, LWN. Oh, I love you. Oh, there it is. Thank you for correcting me, Phyllis B. I don't want to get her segment wrong. She corrected me. It was Dog Face Pony Soldier. Thank you, Phyllis. And thank you for the great time. Great way to end the night. He's not the president. Yeah, I remember the pony-faced dog boy. It was dog-faced pony soldier. I said it wrong. I mess it up. I get everybody's names wrong. I get the wrong. I'm sorry. It's dog-faced pony soldier. She is correct. Remember when the houses cost about $7,500 in 1955? Prices, wouldn't that be great to see again? Count me in for that, Carlene. This guy doesn't even look like Biden. I will not disagree with that comment, B-Cats. I won't disagree with that. We've gone through that. I don't know how many times. Put the pictures up. We looked at all that stuff. I don't disagree with B-Cats comments. I don't. There's something strange there. Whether you believe in it or like me, very what did you guys used to call me? Captain what was the nickname you guys? Do you guys remember the nickname you guys gave me when I was Captain Skeptical? Whether you believe everything or you're on Captain Skeptical's team and you don't believe a whole lot of this, if you try to stay in reality, the fact of the matter is that guy in the White House doesn't look the same, doesn't act, and there are some funky videos and some funky stuff out there that makes zero sense. When you trip going up Air Force One 3 times and to help you, all that stuff, none of it makes sense. No matter if you are Captain Skeptical or not, that does not make sense to me. Remember when we first heard Hills Up Kamala's cackle? How could you forget that? How could you see the cackle from Hills Up Harris? For sure. Members of the IR closed the doors in Potato's face. Remember that. It was way time, but that would be great. I totally agree, Carlene. Earl Lee says to B-Cat, you are right. Ron, remember when we thought we were free? So Ron B, Mr. Ron, that's his comment for tonight. He says, do you guys remember? I do. I'm not too young to remember that. Can you imagine the kids years old right now? Will they ever get an opportunity to ever see free America? And I'm talking about toddlers right now. I'm talking about kids that were born in 2020, right during the whole whooping cough thing, right? What traitor, pedophile enemy in the White House couldn't put on his own depends? You're on fire tonight. You're on fire tonight. We're burning it down tonight. We're burning it down. And then he fell all the way down the stairs on Air Force not too long ago and fell on his face. Now, that one I did not see, Michelle. That one I did not see, but I definitely don't doubt that that happened. Remember when Biden was carrying his own suitcase up on the plane in the beginning? I do remember that, Bonnie. I do remember that. And remember when Phyllis B, you're a genius. That's all I got to say. You are a genius. This is a great topic. Remember when Biden first took office, we could never see him in Air Force One. We never saw him in the Beast. We never saw him in any of the presidential stuff for like a year. He didn't even leave the country for almost a year and a half. You guys remember that one? Bashed Hillary. I got to read this one. This is from Patriot Girl. Remember when Trump bashed Hillary at the dinner event or the funeral? Can watch that over and over. It would never get old. Remember when T was president publicly? Mainly didn't know how great we had it, but oh, how we know now. So that's Carlene's comment. Remember when Trump was president publicly and how great it was? Remember that. Remember when they were taking him up the walk and he went the wrong way? I remember that, Abby. They were taking him around the White House up the walkway, and the guy was even telling him, like, turn right, and he went off to, like, the left. What the? We should do a show just about bloopers on old Potato Head. Remember when you didn't have to lock your doors. Remember when you didn't have to lock your doors? Yes, I remember that. That was a good time to be alive. In my small town, still to this day, I can pull up to the grocery store. I can leave my keys in the ignition, walk into the grocery store I can even leave my truck still running or my car running in the wintertime when I go in the grocery store and come out, my car is still there. A lot of people in my little hometown, they don't lock their doors. My parents do. My dad locks everything up. I hope he's listening tonight. Mom, Dad, I hope you guys are listening. I love you. But my dad locks everything up on the property, and we live 2 miles out of town in the country, like Fort frickin' Knox. I guarantee you my dad's property is propped up better than Fort Knox. I bet I could break into Fort Knox. I almost bet. Walking into the bushes when he was trying to get into the White House. I remember that. This is a great topic, Phyllis B. Thank you so much for dropping this in there. His plane still flies under NA, not Air Force One. That is correct. Phyllis is right on that. This is Lori Ackerman over on Facebook. You just can't make this stuff up. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. This is a great way to end the night. Thank you so much for all your participation tonight, folks. Remember the Easter Bunny showing him to leave a certain way from the press, and the people pushed him to walk away. Oh, remember that. You guys remember that? Put a 1 in chat if you guys know what I'm talking about. Remember, put a 1 in chat if you know what I'm talking about. Remember when Trump said to Hillary in the debate, because you'd be in jail. I do remember. Was she not in jail? That pissed me off. Why was she not in jail? Remember when chewing gum was the worst thing kids did in school? Yeah, I remember that. I locked my car up in the garage. That's Patriot Girl. I locked my car up in the garage. Oh, remember when the Easter Bunny was on the lawn, pushed Biden to leave? Remember when you would ask the neighbor to jump your car? Yes, I do remember that, Ruth. I do remember that. My mother-in-law has the house my mother-in-law has their house, Fort Knox, and they have a 1,500-foot driveway with a fence. Who does that? My dad would if he could. They got a way too. They could see people coming, and he locks the door in the middle of the day. Remember when neighbors were neighbors and came together in unity? Yes, I do remember that, Deborah Shimko. Yes. Remember the days you had to push your cars to bump start after it rained? Yes, I do remember jump starting a car in second gear. Pop the clutch. Pop the clutch. Done many a times in my life. I remember the E-Bunny. That was, yes. No, not the whispering. It wasn't the whispering. Phyllis B. I'm referring to a certain individual that would walk up behind females and do one of these. That's what I'm talking about. Do you get? I mean, as far as I know, he still does it. He still does it. It's just not as in the news like it normally was. Like when he first started, it was all over the news. Kids, little girls. Heck, I think he even did it to boys. I'm not sure, but women. Women on his cap. He was the sniffer. You guys remember the sniffer? He's still doing it. The sniffer's in the White House, man. Sniffer's in the White House. Yep. It's so disgusting. He does that. It's absolutely disgusting. All right. I'm going to leave one last question, and then I'm going to wrap this baby up. I want to see how old some of you people are. And this isn't an old one, because I know there's older ones out there. But I want to ask the question because of my generation, and it's what I grew up on as a kid. So here's the question. Because it's been a happy day. It's been a great day. It's been a great evening. Do you guys remember watching Happy Days And who was the main character in Happy Days? And what did he do? What was his thing? Do you guys remember Happy Days? Who was the main character and what did he used to do? And if you remember what he used to do in the show, put it in the chat because I know there's a meme for that. I know there is the Fonz. There is a meme for what the Fonz used to do show all the time. Let's see the memes. I know you guys. There's one. Patriot Girl, first one. Patriot Girl. There you go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, baby. Woo. All right. Yes. Happy Days. The Fonz. The Fonz. And he used to do, hey. Oh, let's see some thumbs up if you enjoyed tonight's live. Give me some thumbs up. Make sure you hit that like button before you roll out tonight. If you haven't subscribed to LWN, please do so. We don't always do these type of broadcasts. I'm Mr. Business most of the time. But tonight, after last night's show and everything, I just wanted to really keep it light and have a good time, joke and have fun with you guys. If you like it, please hit that like button before you roll out of here. Subscribe, share this out. It's a great broadcast. We had a lot of thank you guys for watching over there on Twitter and Twitch. Love all there on Rumble. Hit that Rumble button, you guys. Before you guys rush here, hit that Rumble button. Share this out. Love you guys over there on Rumble. Last night's show has gotten, last time I checked, it was almost 2,000 views last night over there on Rumble. So thank you for that. And of course, we love everybody over on Facebook too. You guys are so awesome on Facebook. Hit that like button, subscribe, share us out on Facebook. And of course, my favorites over here on YouTube. We're streaming on Channel 6 and we're streaming on Reloaded tonight. Guys, for joining us, hit that like button, subscribe, share us out. This is one that I won't take down. I think I kept it pretty, except for talking about the poo. We have to take this one down. So, hey, love y'all. Like I said, hey, keep one eye on the sky, one ear listening, because we may have something for you tomorrow. And don't forget, I want to promote this before you guys leave. I am joining Liberty Cowgirl Network. I'm joining Liberty Cowgirl Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I put out videos today about it. On those videos, her links are in the description. So if you guys are looking for Liberty Cowgirl on YouTube or Rumble, those links are in the video I put out this afternoon. You can find her. So I'm joining her Saturday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Going to be a special co-host with her, and we are having on our favorite colonel. We're having on Lieutenant Colonel Darren Gobb, retired, and he is going to be on with us Saturday night. That's a special for Saturday night, but it is on Liberty Cowgirl Network. Like I said, if you go to that video, it's on YouTube, it's on Rumble, it's on Facebook. I put it out. It's on Truth Social. It's on Twitter. It's everywhere. You can find her links in the description below. And give her a like, give her a subscription, check her out. Her and Power Girl are just two amazing people that really do a great job, and they really help us out as well. So I'm promoting that tonight. I hope to see all you guys Saturday night, because I'm telling you, that's going to be the bomb. We're going to talk about military stuff, maybe something you want to get into, and we got some other stuff. I'm going to try some really crazy stuff over the weekend and try to tie it into Saturday night. So like I said, one eye on the sky, one ear on the ground. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. If I go to the gym, I might come back and just want to fire this baby up again. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night. I can't guarantee or promise anything, but I can guarantee you I will be on Liberty Cowgirl Network Saturday night with the Colonel, our favorite Colonel, and of course our favorite Cowgirl, Liberty Cowgirl. Love y'all. Bless each and every one of you. Think comments. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Hoping for a sincere performance, but open to finding the moment, to finding out where I'm headed now. looking for a sign of disaster, so I can make it there faster. I'm weighing the consequences out. I can see in all directions. It's all open to interpretation, but I see colors that are breaking from the other side, the other side. When I make mountains out of summer trails, when I buckle under all the details, I'll keep going till I make it to the other side, the other side. Can you tell me the secret of how you can take it or leave it? How you can blend in with the crowd? I'm so scared, so damn afraid to look. I'm so sick of talking. I'm wearing the words out, words out. I can see in all directions. It's all open to interpretation, but I see colors that are breaking from the other side, the other side. When I make mountains out of summer trails, when I buckle under all the details, I'll keep going till I make it to the other side, the other side. When it feels like everyone's out to get me, I see the river on the back